Hey, it's Mary. Welcome to my channel. I usually will have a cup of water and lemon. I pre-squeeze out lemons and have them in a container, and then I mix that with water. Good morning. The lighting is ass, but we'll make it work. It's Saturday, and yes, it's 5 a.m. Why are you waking up at 5 a.m. on Saturday? How dare you? On Saturdays, the grind don't stop. On Saturdays, I have a workout regimen that I always follow. I wait for my partner. Goes on a 10-mile run. He wakes up at 3:30, okay? So that's when some of y'all went to bed last night, okay? Because last night was a Friday night. Make my coffee before he gets back and take a big shit. We go to the gym and then I run. My toxic trait is really sometimes listening to David Goggins on the way there and feeling like absolute shit and then pushing myself. And yes, that sounds very toxic, but I grew up in that environment. Like my dad was very like,
you won't be shit if you don't get your ass up. And if you don't get your ass up, then I'm gonna have to beat your ass.
I guess that mindset still works for me. I guess that still works for me in a weird, toxic way. So long story short, I'm gonna drink my coffee, wait for my partner to come back on his run, and go work out. And I'm not going to sit here in a cute set and make it look easy. I literally work out in sweats and long pants. But here's what I want you to know. You don't need that perfect gym, the perfect outfit, or the perfect form. Nobody in that gym is paying attention to you the way that you think you are. Everyone is in their own world and doing their own thing. Come with me on a run. When I started running, I looked absolutely insane. I used to care so much about how weird my form looked, not having the right gear or the right outfit. But honestly, all of that is just outside perception. You could run fucking naked and still get every single health benefit you're chasing. I realized I was letting anxiety about what other people thought of me decide whether I even showed up or not. No one is watching you as hard as you think they are, and if they are, it's not for the reason you think. Showing up as you are is what really matters. This is what you're supposed to look like after a long run or just exerting your body, like working out. A lot of people online look really beautiful, and that's great that they do. I just don't know how they look so put together, but you're gonna look like this. You're gonna be sweating. You're gonna have sunscreen everywhere. Now I'm gonna get ready for the day. Hey, thank you so much for making it this far into my vlog. It means so much to me, and if you're new to my channel, I do have a secret power where I can get ready in 3 seconds. Magic trick. This is the outfit I'm going with today, guys, but I am going to head out to see some girlfriends, so come with me.
What's your panda order?
I don't do orange chicken.
What?
But I do the chicken breast and sesame with teriyaki.
Okay. I love them.
Perfect. And obviously we needed to coffee, so we stopped by at mu.sō coffee shop. and I actually try to only treat myself to coffee on the weekends. It's a small thing, but it's one of the ways I stay conscious of my spending. I also want to say something about productivity, and I think that gets lost. It doesn't always have to be like this crazy checklist. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do for yourself is just be with your people and the people you love. When I'm with my friends, I'm reminded to slow down, like actually slow the fuck down, because we are not always going to have this kind of time with each other. The kind where you're in your 20s, don't have anything else to worry about besides coffee and looking cute. We went to Persona the shop, and if you are in LA, you need to go. If you have a festival coming up, I think this would be a great stop. What is that? Oh, it's a banana. Hey, I just got back from Trader Joe's and did my fruit haul for this week. I got oranges, bananas, papaya, and some frozen cherries. And something that came to mind while I was at the store that I wanted to share with you, I actually learned this recently as well, but I always try to buy my berries organic. But for banana, papaya, avocado, the fruits that have a thick outer layer and you don't eat that outer skin, you don't need to get them organic. Just something that not a lot of people know, and I just didn't know up until recently, and I was spending a lot of money on organic. If you ever run across a seller on Depop that is selling misleading items that isn't accurate to what the listing looks like or what is described, you should report them. I see countless of videos about how to sell on Depop, how to be a full-time Depop seller. But today I'm gonna be going through how to dispute an item on Depop because I recently went through this. There was a listing that was super misleading and I ended up purchasing an item and received an item that did not look anything like what I saw on the listing. So I'm gonna walk you through how to dispute an item, the process that I took with Depop, and sending it back to the seller and making sure that I'm fully refunded. Long time ago, I was that person where sometimes I would get an item that didn't really look like what they posted. Like it didn't look like the pictures, the measurements were off, and I would automatically think to myself, what if they need this money? But bitch, what about your money? What about the money that you made to buy that item? If anything, they should be held accountable. They should be held accountable and they should have some probity. In this photo that I purchased, like this is the shirt that I thought I was getting. You look at that picture, what do you automatically think? Well, for me, I was like, ooh, a vintage National Geographic, cute little butterfly, pink, add to bag. That was my thought process. This is what I got, okay? This is not a vintage or original. Again, they put original Gildan tag, and maybe they're right, like it is an original Gildan tag. So the seller technically didn't lie, but the picture is misleading because what is happening here is they took a picture of a vintage shirt, taking the logo and literally getting Gildan t-shirts, print the logo on top of that shirt, and they mass print it and send it out. But my problem with this is that it's not the original t-shirt that is in that photo. Like if I could put my hand through my screen and grab that t-shirt from that listing, like I want that t-shirt that you took a picture of. So you go to your purchases, click on the item that you're trying to report or dispute. You're gonna scroll all the way down and it's going to say, how can we help? So click on that get help with this purchase. And when you do, you get 3 options. It says, my order hasn't arrived, my item isn't as described, something else. Okay, so you're gonna click on my item isn't as described. And they give you options of why this item isn't as described. I sprinted to the first option. I said it's counterfeit fake. And they'll ask you to add a couple images. So make sure that your images are very clear. So what I did was I took a picture of the item that I got, the stitching, the length of it, because if you look at the listing, the t-shirt isn't long. It looks a little cropped, like almost like a baby tee. The t-shirt that I received was fairly long. I can wear it as like a mini dress.
And I also took a picture of the tag because you're right, it does have a Gildan original tag and it does say heavy cotton. But this t-shirt is not heavy cotton. This is like transparent cotton. And heavy cotton in general is heavy. It's thick, it's durable. So we're gonna skip down to describe the issue. Just be very thorough and detailed. I would just use ChatGPT at this point. And once you hit submit, what it's going to do is it's going to automatically create an email on Depop's side. So they will respond with a reply to your dispute and it will come up as an email. So you want to make sure you're checking the email that is attached to your Depop account. This is the process of shipping back your item to the seller. I just keep the packaging that they ship the item in, tape it up, and take it to USPS. Depop will cover up to $20 in shipping costs. You can go to any local USPS. For some reason, if you ever have been inside a USPS, 2 words to describe it: slow, outdated. Our government systems are really outdated. Guys, like when you go to USPS, time slows down. Your patience is so tested. Also, it's so funny because you see so many people just absolutely lose their shit. People don't like waiting more than 2 minutes. And sometimes at USPS, I've waited up to 30 minutes before in line. They'll have a line of people and one worker. With the packed item, with a Sharpie or a pen, you can write literally on the shipping package. So that's what I did. So I'd write to who it's going to and from who. They will ask you like what shipping you want. Do you want ground shipping or do you want expedited shipping? Just do ground shipping. There's no point. You don't need to expedite it. You're still gonna get your money back. The most important part of this all is making sure you get that printed receipt. You have to get that printed receipt to get a refund from Depop. Once you get that receipt, take a picture of it and send it to Depop, and you can just thread it in the same email that you have going on with the Depop team. They will refund you for the shipping and also refund you for the item once it's delivered to the seller. And if you have questions about how to sell on Depop, you can watch my outdated ass video, or there are so many other videos out there that are very informative about how to sell on Depop. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're staying safe, and until the next time, ciao.